here with Courtney Flockhart, who's going to talk about the application process. Courtney, where does that begin?
So that all begins at the first call for us. So we'll have a call with our client to run through all their circumstances, their income, their commitments, what their needs are. Is it a purchase? Is it a remortgage? What they're looking to do. We'll then go speak to some lenders, make sure that we're getting them the best possible rate for their circumstances and what they need to do. And once that's all been agreed with the client for what we're going to proceed with, we proceed with the application.
And what does that application look like?
So we take that all out of the client's hands. We don't want them spending all their time filling in an application form. So we deal with that all for them. We get it all submitted to the bank and then process all the underwriting ourselves rather than having the client do that.
There's obviously a due legal process. What is that process and how do you help with it?
So once the offer's out, we process everything with the solicitor, get their copy over because that tends to be quite different than the copy we get and the copy the client gets. Then there'll be searches, inquiries and all of these things that the client doesn't need to be fussed with. We will chase the solicitor, make sure that all of those things are coming through, make sure there aren't any delays that we can be helping with, and then push it through to hopefully exchanging and completing.
And on that subject, exchange and completion, a very British subject that confuses British people, but also particularly people who've moved here from overseas. Can you demystify what exchange and completion is?
Yeah, so exchange of contracts is the point that you're legally bound to buy the property. So once you've signed on the dotted line, that property is theoretically yours. You may not move in at that point because there's then completion, which would typically be around a month afterwards, but you could have a long stop completion date, which may mean you don't move in for 4 or 5 months.
And does that impact your mortgage offer in any way?
No, so we always like to get a mortgage offer that will be valid for the point of completion so that there's no risk that you've exchanged contracts on a property and do not have the funds to complete.
Okay, so you complete, you've got the keys. What happens next in terms of your relationship with your client?
So we don't lose the relationship with our client. If they have debt outstanding, we always make sure that we have those details. So we're going to review that mortgage and make sure they don't run onto any standard variable rate, so costing them thousands of pounds per month.